yes, everything is going to happen. Whatever you set your mind to will happen. So be mindful. This is what exactly I was saying in the earlier slide. Be mindful of your self-talk. Don't be negative, because it's like a conversation with the universe. If you're only talking negative with the universe is going to hand out negative to you. So be mindful. The more positive you put out, the more positive you will receive. The more negative you put out, the more negative you will receive. So if you are worried that, oh, I shouldn't get this infection, just say, I am in perfect health. My immunity is perfect. I am doing extremely well. My family is safe. And it will be, because whatever you ask, the universe hands out to you. So let's practice. How can you do this positive self-talk, or how can you do this positive talking with yourself as well with others? Because whatever is happening around you is usually a reflection of you, whatever is happening within you or inside you. So if you allow positivity to grow, trust me, everybody around will also start saying the same thing. So let's start practicing a little bit about these affirmations. So why are these affirmations very important? Because everything that you can see happening in this universe, it can be very, very tiny things or very, very tiny incidences. They are all because of some intention, either intention of one person, a group of people, or however, but it is somebody's intention and everything that makes things happen in this universe. So if you place a good intention outside, trust me, that good intention will be reinforced and it will come within you. So always, always take care of what you are putting out in the universe. And as I showed you the cycle earlier, this intention will create your reality. You don't have to always blame some external, like I was raised like this. My teachers taught me this. I have learned the hard way. No, every day can be a new beginning. Every day you can set out with a new intention, and you can actually change whatever has happened in the past. Sometimes we do get very, very comfortable with whatever we are, whatever is happening in our lives. Like you get comfortable with your disease, you get comfortable with your weight, you get comfortable with whatever is happening. But that actually is setting out your reality, and you're miserable in that reality. So why not just break out from that and set out a good intention that will break that reality and make you what you want to do or what you want to become of yourself. So affirmations, what are they exactly? They're exactly positive statements which you repeat to yourself. So it is just positivity that you are saying to yourself and you're putting it out in the universe. Now, this shouldn't be like, some mantra that you have set up to do. Like, I will only do this half an hour in the morning and I will do this only half an hour in the evening. Because whatever you're doing in between. So, for example, if you have done good affirmations, say 30 minutes in the morning, but the whole day you have been upset, you're screaming on your kids and you're very unhappy with your spouse and you are very, very upset about something, the affirmations will not work. So what you have to do is, whenever the affirmations, all these positivity, it has to trickle into everything that you're doing throughout the day, and not just one set of sentences that you have decided and they're going to work. So let's also work on that. It is a form of conditioning. See, everything that we are doing in our life, for example, even the milk that you are having in your tea, coffee, or the animal products that we were consuming, it was all a form of conditioning, right? Now that we know it's not good for us and it's not going to help us in any ways, we are breaking out of it and we are forming new habits for ourselves and new healthy things that we can do. It's the same with positive thinking. You all have to just kind of make this a form of conditioning. Like, this is how I'm going to go way ahead and this is how I'm going to do it. So whatever you speak every day to other people, your family members, to yourself, or to anybody, is a form of affirmation that you are doing. So I know it may be like too overwhelming that can I really keep on changing everything that I say? Maybe not. But if you take tiny baby steps that, okay, I will try that as much as possible, I'll not use negative words in my conversation. Like, take these baby steps and you can still convey the same thing without being negative about it. It is very, very important. You heard a lot of us talking on this, like, even in Captain's Talk, or you heard Sandhya Shri. you heard Jay, Shri, Shalini. All of us have been practicing this to help us in our health journey. It has only been this mindset that we developed that we could actually pick up these habits easily and then move ahead in life. So always practice positive thinking as much as possible. So Jayashree gave us a little background about Louise Hay in her talk. So she has been very important in my journey from whatever happened to me to where I am right now. Now imagine, I wish I could have started my affirmations when I got sicker earlier, but that time I didn't know. And I'm grateful that one day a friend of mine just gifted me this book. I'll tell you about the book later. And I just read through it and I was like mind boggling. It was really mind boggling. I thought, why not? Let's just give this a try. At that time, I was very confused. I had just moved back to India and I was really trying to think that what can I do here and what all. And as soon as I read this book and I started, doing affirmations, I remember I got an email from Dr. Nandita and, my husband showed me that this is exactly the work that even you wanted to do and then it's come. And I was like, wow, it works. It really works. And I met her in 2014 and that's it. I have not looked back. And since then, I'm working with Sharan, and life has been a roller coaster in a good way. And it's been amazing. So always believe, even if you can't see it right now, trust me, it is going to happen just because you're thinking about it. So some of the negative things that we keep on thinking. Actually, I was very skeptical of putting up this slide because I didn't want to show any negative sentences. But I think it's important because we are right now in a very negative environment, and I would like you all to see that how you can change your negative thoughts and make it positive. So these are some of the examples that I have used in my life. I have tried everything. I can never lose weight. Like if you would have seen me prior my disease or whatever happened to me, I was this chubby child always. I was healthy. I was never ever scrawny, skinny, slim ever. And I was always that, okay, I'm going to be like this. I was always under this impression that whatever I do, I'm going to always be like this. So these were some of the things that I used to say to myself. I've tried everything. I can never lose weight. I'm always late, however early I start. My family doesn't understand me. Nobody loves me. This was a very common thing that used to keep on running in my head. But can you imagine if you're constantly thinking these thoughts, all these negative, look at the words like never, late, doesn't understand, nobody. These are very strong negative words. And the negative energy always wins or triumphs over the positive energy. So you have to try and keep negativity as much as possible out of the whole equation. You may be very skeptical about the whole thing, but just till you get the hang of it, keep on doing it because somebody is telling you to do it. I started it on my own and it took me a while to get into the practice. But if you really start, continue. Like right now is the right time. I really feel we are in a situation where affirmations can get us out of it. So as yourself, and don't try to, as Dr. Nandita says, just change yourself. You don't have to involve your whole family and make them right and make them do. Even one person changing in the family can be like a facilitator for the entire family to change. So do your bit. When people see the change in you, they are automatically attracted to you and they'll be like, what are you doing? You're glowing, you're looking good, everything is awesome about you. Then they start asking you, then tell them what you're doing. Till then, just keep on doing it and see how amazingly it works. We did see an example of short, like how in a short time affirmation works. Like a password was not there and then suddenly the password was generated. And now if I can see, there are almost 232 people, yes, who have already got the password and are watching this lecture. So affirmations do work. So how do you make the best use of the affirmations? Firstly, use it in present tense. I will get this in future. This will happen to me. I wish more. These are words that you will always keep on wishing. It will always stay in future. If you're looking for something, for example, you're looking to become medicine free. Like you want your health to be perfect. So right now, in present tense, I am in perfect health. I am feeling amazing. I am unique. I'm having, like, I'm enjoying life to the fullest. All these are like right now. Even while saying it, don't you feel the energy comes in? Like you start feeling, yes, something is happening within you. So the more positive thoughts you keep on saying, the more you will be able to do it. So I can, I am, I choose. These are the words you use. Sometimes, like in Jayashree's talk, I heard like sometimes we are not ready to give up the emotional baggage. But at least if you show that you're willing to make the change, as she said, it takes you a long way. It really takes you a long way. Even the willingness to change, the universe blesses you and says, yes, let me get something good to this person. So try as much as possible to just use high vibration words. So what are high vibration words? For example, you want diabetes to like resolve, or you want to reverse your diabetes or something like that. So instead of saying I am diabetes free, because diabetes is a lower vibration word, right? This is the name of a disease. Just say I am in perfect health. My sugars are normal. All these are very high vibration. Instead of saying I'm disease free, you are actually uttering a low vibration word. So say something that will actually create that spark within you, and you start feeling, yes, I am diabetes free. Be specific, short and sweet. Like don't write these huge paragraphs like how am I feeling, what is happening to me. What exactly do you want? Be very specific. For example, if you have gone to a restaurant, okay, and you are wanting to eat a biryani there, do you go and tell the waiter, I don't want to have jeera rice, I don't want to have this, I don't want to have that? No, you actually go and place an order of what you want, and then you wait for that person to serve you that. Now, for example, you have ordered for biryani, but you have got a pulao and you don't want to eat the pulao. So then send it back. This is not what you're looking for. Actually, again, write down, be very, very specific about what you want, and you will get it. If you're very confusing, mujhe ye bhi chalega, ye bhi chalega. No, that is not how it works. Just be very specific and very, very concise about what you want. Repeat it often. Spend some time on it. How to do that, I will let you know a little later, but kind of repeat what you have written. So how can you do affirmations? I hope by now, like at least you're a little clear about what I am saying. So how do you do the affirmations? Firstly, in the morning, you do it because that sets the tone of the day. So when you're up in the morning, the first thing you get out of the bed and you kind of say, okay, today was the best day of my life. I am perfect. I am unique. I have achieved everything that I have set out to do for today. So it sets the tone. You will actually start doing the activities with that tone set in you. You can say it aloud. You can say it silently within you. It's all up to you. But say it first thing in the morning and then keep on repeating it throughout the day. Maintaining an affirmation journal. Like this is what I do. I have an affirmation, I have a pocket book in my purse, I have one in the bathroom, I have one in my bedroom. So, I don't have to keep on looking out, where is my journal, where is my journal. Whatever thoughts I get, I just keep on penning it down, and I make it a point that every day I open that book and I read it. You have to spend some time, and your affirmations can be as simple as, I am fabulous or I am unique. Like only 3 words. You needn't write big, big sentences also till you know how to go about it. But till then, just write simple things. I am lovable. I am happy. I am a joyous being. Write these things and the energy comes into you. Mentally keep on repeating it whenever you're cooking something, you're stirring, you're just looking into thin air, just keep on saying some affirmation that you have for yourself. Or you can even do affirmation for the food you're cooking. The dish is come out fabulous. Everybody is enjoying it. Everybody has loved the food I have made. All these affirmations you can do while cooking. So this is one example I have seen, because when we became vegan, I was really not sure how to make plant-based, leave alone oil-free and dairy-free food, because I was a hardcore non-vegetarian. So whenever I used to make something, I used to be very, very afraid that my kids won't love it. And the day I was very afraid, my kids will not eat it. But the days when I was like, no, everybody has liked this food, this is so good, it's amazing, the entire family would wipe it off. So try doing affirmations in smaller things before jumping into bigger things if you're not comfortable about it. Even smaller things like you're traveling somewhere and knowing Mumbai traffic, you're fearful that you'll be late for something. So the minute you sit in the car, clear roads, zero traffic, I am always on time, right? Never say I am never late because then you're using a low vibration negative word. I am always on time, I reach, I complete my work always. So always use positive words. And then I have an affirmation wall. Like I have this blackboard kind of wall where we sometimes write the affirmations for the day. We write some positive thoughts. You can also have post-its. Like if you see my bedroom when I just get out of the bed, on the right side wall there are these small post-its that I've put up. My dressing table mirror has post-its on it. My mirror in the bathroom has post-its on it. The other thing that we never let go of, our cell phone, the wallpaper can have some affirmation. So you're constantly looking at it and you're always looking at some positive thing. The other thing is, whenever we go somewhere out, we have these positive hoardings on the bus stops and everywhere. Read them. It always inculcates one positive thought in you, even if you were not thinking something that time. So affirmations work best when you experience that sensation. For example, if you're not very happy about the job you're doing right now and you want a better job, then start experiencing that. Like you're walking into a brand new office, you have a big cubicle of your own, you have a brand new computer or whatever you want to do. Start feeling that sensation. You are reaching there at this particular time. So, the sun is coming up, you are leaving the office at that time, the sun is coming down. All these experiences. The minute you start feeling the sensations, it actually grows onto you. You start working towards that goal. Visualize. This is another very powerful way. For example, if you want to buy a bigger car, or let's visualize getting out because this is health week. Let's visualize you are free of whatever you wanted, whatever disease you wanted to be free of, or you wanted to lose some weight or your sugars. So start visualizing the glucometer showing that number or the weighing scale showing that number. The minute you start doing that, trust me, it will start coming off. Even the weight, you can actually see the measuring tape showing whatever inch you want your waist to be at or your hips to be at. It will happen. Just start visualizing. Feel the manifestation. What I mean by that. So a scientist had once done this experiment where a group of people were actually made to hear an orchestra, and they could see, they mapped the brain activity, and the other group was told to imagine that orchestra, like how it would be. And lo and behold, that those people also had the same brain activity. So if you actually manifest what you are looking for, you will definitely achieve it. And no contradiction, please. Like for example, you have written down, I am in perfect health, and then you're sitting back, I wish that would come true. These are contradictions. So no, just stop at I am in perfect health and don't write anything ahead of it. At the beginning, it may sound something too easy or too simple. So right now, just fake it till you can make it. Just do it because somebody is telling you that it works. Try it for 28 days or try it for 21 days. Right now, you are going to be homebound for another 10 to 12 days for sure. Try doing this. Try your best affirmations and write it down and see how it works for you. So points to note while writing these affirmations. Affirmations work till you actually have the experience, have whatever, you have kind of been successful in whatever your affirmations are. Just believe in it. Just believe that they work, period. Don't think anything above and beyond it. When your desire is 100%, it works. Like earlier, as I said, sometimes we get very, very comfortable with what is happening to us. So we are like, okay, I'm okay if my sugars are in between 130 and 150 also. I'm okay if I have to take 2 units of insulin. Or I'm okay if my blood pressure is coming. Or I'm 5 kgs over my weight. I'm okay. So when you are in that phase, it's very confusing. So be very sure. Make it your priority. Like how Sandhya Shri said. Like if weight loss is your priority, make it your priority. If reversing diabetes is your priority, make it your priority and see how your desire is on that, and then write the affirmation for it. It will work. Always for yourself. Never use affirmations for manipulating anybody. My husband will do this, my children will do that. You can write a generalized thing like my children are always safe, they are always healthy, something like that. But don't write specific things. It can have a boomerang effect. If it doesn't happen, then you will not be in a very good space. You can always add something better or more. For example, if you want your income to increase, if you have a specific number, yes, but would you not like if you get something extra, or you're telling the universe, okay, give me only this much? So sometimes writing these certain words like something better or something more is always a good habit. And sow the seeds. Whenever you write an affirmation, don't expect an overnight miracle to happen. Okay, when you sow a seed and you give the environment for the plant to grow, it will grow. After 2-3 days, if you don't see the plant, you don't start digging up the soil and see if the seed is there, right? So give it some time, generate that environment, give all the love and care for that affirmation to happen. So how do you give the love and care? Give love and care to yourself. Be very patient with yourself that this will happen. This has to happen, not will happen. This has happened and it will. So these are some of my favorite affirmations that I use. I was very touched when even like Jayashree shared her affirmations or Sandashri has shared her affirmations. You see, like these one are always there that you will find. I love myself unconditionally. Come what may, however you are, I love myself unconditionally. I forgive myself. This is something that we really don't work upon for ourselves. We are continuously criticizing ourselves, and then we don't have these positive thoughts. Okay, so I forgive myself. We are also humans. We also err, and mistakes happen. So we also need to forgive ourselves. I am unique and perfect. Please believe in this. You are unique and perfect. There is nobody like you in this universe. Nobody has the same fingerprint. Nobody has the same makeup. Nothing. You are solely that one person like you are in this whole of universe, and you are unique. You are made. That means something important is entitled for you. So that is going to happen. The universe loves me. I release excess weight or disease or anything easily, joyfully, and effortlessly. If you put too much of negativity in whatever disease you have or the weight you have on yourself, then you are not going to be able to release it very easily, because then it's like, okay, I want that weight to be on me. All is always well, right? All is well, yes, but it is always well. Be very, very confident that nothing can go wrong. All is always well. I love and accept myself just the way I am. I'm 5 kgs overweight, my sugars are a little high, my blood pressure is, fluctuating. I have IBS, sinusitis, whatever it is, whatever problem. I love and accept myself just the way I am. The minute you start accepting yourself, you will be able to outgrow whatever issues you have. I am magnificent, fabulous, joyous. So right now, in your pen, in your book, and just select or create any of your own 3 favorites. I'm going to give you about 15 seconds. You can pick up from this list, or you can create your own. But just start writing. At least pick up 3 that you are going to start saying from tonight or from tomorrow morning. So are you all done? Have you all picked up? Even if I see a few yeses, I'll be okay. So guys, have you all picked up a few for yourselves? Okay, yes. So the yeses have started coming in. Good. Okay. So let's move on. So these are the books that were very, very instrumental for me. So You Can Heal Your Life, the one on the left, was the one which I had read and was gifted by a friend. And it was amazing. Like I really read that book in one day, cover to cover. And it really changed my life. Like I was I think I was a very, very negative person, and I had no after my health episode, I really didn't have confidence in me that I could actually again walk or talk or do stuff. But these books really help. So I'm just going to show you all how this book. So this is the book actually, and just behind this book, this heal your body part is also there in this book itself. So there is a section in here that if you are facing any issues, say for example, you get up in the morning and you have a headache, you can actually write affirmations for that particular ailment also, just for that day or till you feel the relief. So as I had said, like if you have headache, then the probable cause for that is invalidating the self-criticism or some fear that you have had. And the affirmation that you would write is, I love and approve of myself. I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. I am safe. So like these, there are like tables that are given at the end of this book, and you can write it for anything and everything. So all the conditions, all the ailments are there, and you can actually make good use of this book. You can actually have an affirmation journal and you can start writing. It can be for your eyesight, it can be for your weight, it can be, sometimes we are very conscious about our problem areas. I have thick hands, I have a thick waist. You can actually write for all of these, anything and everything that is kind of blocking you, you can write it for that. This is another book that has really been very, very instrumental. Like this is right next to my bed every single day. And whenever any negative thought comes, so this is the book called The Power by Secret. It's a series from that, a book from the series. So whenever I'm down, any negative thought, I just use this as a flip book. I will just open it to that page, and whatever has come on that page, I will read. And it actually makes sense. It actually helps me in dealing with whatever thoughts I have been going through or whatever thing was happening to me. So I have read this a couple of times. Even the book that Jayashree told you about, The Power is Within You, it's an excellent book. That book also I use as a flip book because I've read it too many times. So whenever I have anything happening or I feel, something, I'm not getting the answers for something, I just open that book randomly. The chapter I get is usually the chapter I was thinking about. I have gifted these books to so many people. Like, I feel if your mind is sorted, you can do anything in life. So please, if you love to read, please buy these books and please read them. If you're not a reader, you get the audiobooks also. Listen to them when you're driving, you're traveling, anything. They really help even if you're not a reader. So this is one trick that I have followed and it has helped me tremendously. Now, whoever has done the detox program with me, they know this. Flip the thought. So whenever something, because what happens is thought is not one process. It's like a domino effect. One thought comes, you start building up, right? So whenever that one thought comes, just sit back, take a step back and say, flip the thought. Just flip it there and then and say a affirmation to that effect there and then. Your boss is upset with you, your promotion got cancelled, you were not given the appropriate raise. It can be anything. Just step back and say, I am perfect. My job is wonderful. I am working with the most wonderful people. Just keep on saying the right things and trust me. It may take a while for this process to begin, but sooner or later, nothing negative will affect you. It will be like a slideshow in your life. It will start passing by. It will not touch you. Right now, everything negative happening is touching us. And that's why the whole domino effect starts happening. So till you reach there, just start saying, flip your thought. The thought comes in, change it there and then. The next day, put it in your diary or your wall or on a post-it. And trust me, when you keep on seeing it every day, it will be sorted. So this was on affirmations. But to have these positive thoughts, I cannot stress enough, there needs to be a lot of self-love and gratitude. So we now know how to go about writing affirmations or, how to tackle any negative situation outside us. But what about inside us? Because as I said earlier, the outside is a reflection of the inside. So if your inside is not, in balance, you will always keep on finding faults outside. So we need to work a little on the inside too. So let's take about 5 seconds and just, do you love yourself enough? Nobody is watching you. You are alone in your room. Nobody is watching you. Nobody is seeing your expression. Just try and understand this. Do you love yourself enough? Like, are you putting yourself down to keep other people ahead in life? Or you are just kind of passing by in your own story? Are you the main heroine or the hero of your own story? Do you love yourself enough? Okay. So after just thinking about, it's not a very simple question, you're not going to get the answer immediately, but at least let's think about it. Whenever we have time, let's just think about it. The next thing, when was the last time that you hugged yourself, or have you ever hugged yourself? If not, take this opportunity right now to just hug yourself, like give yourself a tight hug. Like, please do that and see how you feel. Like, have you ever done that? So do that and see the feeling that you get. It actually gives me immense happiness. Like, even that brings a smile on my face whenever I do that. So you are important too. Not only in your story, but in this world, you are important too. So some of the questions that we need to think about. Okay, and this is all for yourself. There's no right or wrong in this, but how do you project yourself? Do you accept yourself as you are? Now, how do you come to know about this? Just walk to a mirror and look at yourself. If you're looking into the mirror and only like looking at the faults, oh, I wish I didn't have wrinkles, I wish I was fairer, I wish I had thick hair, I wish my arms were not thick, whatever, or I was thinner, or whatever it is. If you are doing that, then you are not accepting yourself. As I said earlier, you are unique. So you need to find the best in you always. Do you have a conversation with yourself? Have you ever said your name other than telling others what your name is? Like, yes, what is your name? My name is Madhura. But have you ever used your name in talking to yourself? Like, hi Madhura, how are you doing today? Hi, oh wow, this was such a great job that you did. Amazing work. You did this recipe so well. Do you ever have these conversations? It's high time that you start doing them. How do you handle your mistakes? Are your mistakes only criticism points for you, or are your mistakes something to learn from? Like, this is something I really love about working in Sharan, because whatever happens, it is always taken as a learning point. It is always, you are never put down for anything that you do. You are always told that this was a learning point, and see to it that from here you learn, be a better person and excel in whatever you're doing. So that I have actually inculcated in my own life also. Like, whatever mistakes, they are supposed to be stepping stones and not something to be put down on. Are you thankful and grateful about your own self? Sometimes it's like love thy neighbor. We are always thinking the goodness in others. Like, no, he's doing much better than me. She's doing much better than me. I could do much better, but no, I'm not doing much better. No, if you are existing, remember this. If you are existing, if you are part of this universe, you are meant to do something really, really important. It can be something as, I don't call this small, but it can be something like raising your own family. It's a big thing. It's a big responsibility. You are raising a family. You are raising somebody to become good people. So don't undermine yourself if you're not working, or you're just a homemaker or something like that. You are doing a very, very good job at what you are doing. So be thankful and grateful about yourself. So always love where you are at and believe life will lead you where you wish to be. The universe works in funny ways. This is something my grandmother told me actually. Like, if you are grateful to whatever is in your life, those things will always grow. If you're not grateful to whatever is in your life, then the universe will not gift you anything new, because the universe knows that you will always be cribbing and sulking about what is given to you. So break that cycle. Even in the situation right now, don't you think so many positives are happening? Though it's a negative situation, a lot of positives are happening. Mumbai air was never this cleaner. That is the biggest positive that we are seeing. Even if you just put your head out from the balcony and breathe, you will never have got this clean air. Or the family time, the bonding time, you would never have got this. I have made so many new recipes in the past 7 days, which I never got the time to do. So, there are so many things that are happening. So if you're very happy with where you are right now, trust me, the universe will take you where you wish to be. So have these conversations with self. Like, start initiating this conversation. Love yourself just as you would love your family or near ones. Now, sometimes if your kids spill something, you may scold them, but do you hold a grudge on it? Oh, why did you spill? You spilled. Wasted so many things. No, you get back to normal. You're like, do the same thing for you. Don't hold on to a mistake for hours or days or months or years. Forgive yourself too. Love yourself the same way. You are human too. Motivate and inspire yourself to do more. Don't get stagnant. Now that you know how to go on a plant-based journey or a whole food plant-based, start doing it. If you achieve that, start doing something more. Maybe take up teaching, maybe help people around you, spread the word. There are so many things that you can do. You can actually inspire yourself while inspiring others. You can do a lot. So don't feel that, oh, I can't do, I'm enough. This is done. Now I can't do anymore. You all won't believe it, but my mother actually did a master's in arts, like whatever. She did an MA after her retirement, when people are thinking, okay, let's just sit back. So motivate and inspire yourself to do more. Celebrate your mistakes as learning lessons. Okay? Everything happens for a reason and everything happens for the best, as Rena said at the beginning of this talk. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. It's for the best. Nothing that is happening in your life has any ulterior motive. It is something to teach you or for you to learn from. Similarly with symptoms and diseases. Do you think you would have taken care of your health if that symptom wouldn't pop up? If the sugars wouldn't go up? Just because you're not feeling well, you're actually taking health in your hands and trying to achieve something far more or far better, right? So celebrate. These symptoms will go away. It is a very good way of your body trying to communicate with you. So don't stop the communication. Keep it on. See what your body wants. Nurture it. Love it. And take care of your inner child. Like this, actually, Jayashree had started in a talk in the morning, but let me just very briefly tell you. There are two voices in our heads. Okay, there is a parent voice, which is all our past experiences, and a child voice. So sometimes a child in us wants to do something. For example, you're walking past a retail store and you see a gorgeous red dress and you want to buy it, but the parent voice will keep on saying you, why do you want it? Where will you wear it? It is so expensive. Use the money for something else. While the child is trying to tell you, but no, why not? I have lost weight. I'm looking good. Why not? Let me just take it. And most of the times, the parent voice wins. So sometimes it is necessary that you allow the child in you, irrespective whatever age you are, right, to win. Okay? Playing pranks, being crazy. This activity actually Captain does in the 21 day. Like, play a prank, like do one thing crazy in the day. It is good. Like, take care of that inner child. Walk on the grass in the park bare feet if you like, or walk on the beach bare feet without thinking what the rest of the world is thinking about it. So this is just an example because for me, the weight struggle was the biggest because I was really huge and for me to lose weight was not easy. So I used to always be like, it's not just about losing the weight. You can actually replace the weight with whatever you're facing right now. It's about losing the lifestyle as well as the mindset that got you there. Okay, just doing all the physical things is not going to take you there because sometimes you're doing everything. But just being very positive, taking self-care, loving yourself can also take you there. So this is something like if you like going in nature, don't you think like all these pictures are so appealing? Like that is the plate of fruit that I have eaten. So make your plate a little funny also. You don't need to make fruits very boring. So make that plate, take the extra time to lie on the grass, be in nature, love yourself, do all these things which are going to help you out. So some of the practices that you can do, mirror work, it really takes you, it took me a very long time to look into my eyes and actually say, I love you. It takes a very long time because we have really not done it. So please try and do this. Please, I urge you to try and do this. Just look into your eyes and say, I love you without finding any faults. Or the other thing, if you're not able to do it is just look into the mirror and see what the color of your eyes is. I always knew the color of my eyes is light brown, but I didn't know I had these tiny striations on my eyes also, which were very, very beautiful. So find out the color of your eyes, find that beauty, and then say I love you to that beauty. Self hugs and wishing, it takes you a long way. You accepting yourself and in love with yourself. I'm completely in love with myself. I love it. Even when I'm passing somewhere and I see my reflection, I usually give a flying kiss or I wink at myself. Do it and see what fun it is. You will have a smile on your face. The rest of the day will be so good. Appreciating yourself, a pat on your own back is very, very important. You don't have to wait for somebody else to say, come and tell you, oh, you did a good job. You know, you can tell yourself too. If you have exceeded your expectations, please tell that to your inner child or tell that to yourself that yes, you did a good job. Writing a gratitude journal. All of us, all the facilitators till now, and I'm very sure in future, whoever is going to talk to you is going to tell you the same thing. Maintaining a journal. It has taken us a very long way. We have really, really achieved a lot. And doing it first thing in the morning and the last thing in the day, it helps because it sets the tone in the beginning and it sets the tone before you go in for resting and sleeping so that all your thoughts are positive that time. So even if you open and read one page, that one page is enough. And all these practices, you should do it with your children or involve your kids also. Komal is going to do a talk on raising healthy kids and you should really attend that because it also gives a lot of input on how the parents or the older should be. So definitely attend that. So take care of all this, you know, like set the tone for the day. You don't have to always, you know, be in this, I am not able to achieve this or that. You can actually be grateful and yet see things grow. And this is combining the two. Practice gratitude affirmation. Now, what I mean by that is you can be grateful about whatever is going to come true in future. For example, I am very grateful to the perfect health I am in. It may not be perfect according to your standards right now, but it is going to be perfect. So be very, very grateful for that and it is going to keep on flowing. So this is one homework I want you all to do. I gave you all a couple of homeworks, but this is the one that I really want you all to do. What I love about myself. So from A to Z, like A for example, A for accepting. I'm very accepting and approachable. B for I'm very benevolent. C, I'm very caring. D, I'm very, very daring and dashing. E, I'm exceptional. So like these, like a few qualities and write A to Z for them. Okay. Just write them down in the notebook that you are right now writing in for this week. And whenever you go back, just see, maybe all the qualities may not come in today. You may take some time, but do it. You will come to know that there are so many qualities in you that you were not even aware of. So take the time out and do this exercise. At this time, I'm also going to tell Rena to post a link of a video in the chat box. So please copy that link and see that video. It's going to give you a lot of ideas on how to write affirmations. It's The Power of I Am by Joel Osteen. And he amazingly explains it to you how powerful are those two tiny words, I am. Whatever follows that I am sets your destiny. So if you say I am strong, I am perfect, I am unique, that is your destiny. But if you say I am weak, I am clumsy, I am ugly, I am unhealthy, that is going to be your destiny. So set the right tone and you will achieve it. So the last slide is, at the end of the day, just tell yourself gently, I love you. You did the best you could do today. And even if you didn't accomplish all you had planned, I love you anyways. So thank you very much. And I'm open for questions.